Well, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. I'm so excited to be back up here live. We're live today. This is Friday. It's a good day. We are slowly transitioning into the weekend. How about that? It's good to be here. I appreciate and I want to just first thank all of my followers and subscribers, and we're gonna get right into this video. Of course, you know me for tech and for AI news, the latest in tech and news, and of course Apple also, Apple news. We may get into some of that a little bit later, but I just first want to just acknowledge you guys and appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with us. We were not here on Tuesday. I was out of town actually on work, on business, but we're back again, and it's so good to be here. High Deep is in the chat. Hey, High Deep? I'm doing well. It's good to actually be here and to be talking. So I hope things are well with you. Let me know how you're doing today. But anyway, this has been a quite a busy week for me. So it's probably been a week since I've been up here. Nevertheless, I continue to appreciate you guys' support. How you guys have just kind of hung out and hang out and continue to hang out with us throughout these lives. So we're super excited, super ready to get into the news and tech. And last week I was out of town, so I've kind of been all over the place. I was out of town last week and out of town earlier this week, but we're back in the saddle, back ready to deliver the news, ready to just really kind of talk and chop it up. We're gonna get actually caught up on some AI news here lately, and I've been reading up on and we'll talk more in depth, but in terms of the latest in updates in AI news, there seems to be an understanding right now that after only 20 literally 28 months um, of Elon Musk having purchased Twitter, or X, uh, now, or I shouldn't say purchase Twitter, but having Grok, um, after 28 months, Grok 4, which was built by XAI. Um, this thing is wild. Let me just say that Grok 4 it seems like it's the number one leader in AI technology, and I'm gonna sort of go into the reasons why and what's sort of advancing. So um, we're going to talk about that, and of course, I may have some Apple news. Of course, we always tend to talk Apple news, and it's really an evolving space in terms of where we are. I've got some other things, like some other housekeeping things that I've been doing around the studio. As you can see, this is a different vantage point for me. I'm here. I'm still, and I actually didn't turn my computer on, guys, in the background, so I could get some space, of course, get some visual elements there. Oh, there we go. There we go. There it is. There it is. So I'm in the midst of some transitional things that I'm doing back here in the studio. As you can see, I've got where I am now. My desk used to be over here, so of course, I'm changing some stuff around. I'm getting ready for the studio to be able to be like sort of podcast style. Also, I'm looking at other things like how I can sort of use my space, right? So you've got over here is where the computer was at one point in time, so you would have seen the back wall. But anyway, I'm excited myself about how I've sort of transitioned and how I'm sort of revamping some things. And of course, if you guys have any questions about studio equipment and how to what to purchase, things to get, whether it's microphones or whatever, feel free to reach out. Let me know. I can assist you in that. So it's been great, man. Honestly, it's been an awesome time for me to be like sort of rearranging things, because it sort of brings out the creativity once again. You know, I don't like to keep things stagnant when it comes to creativity, right? That's just not the best policy. So anyway, but we're here. We're here, man. We're here. And so many of you in Apple news, so many of you, we've talked about the iPhone 17. I've got a lot of questions about the iPhone 17. And some people are like, well, is there a reason why I should purchase the upgrade from the iPhone 16? And we're going to talk about that too. You know, in the fall, Apple's going to release four new iPhones, including the iPhone 17 Pro, the Pro Max. Based on, you know, the rumors this year, there are some reasons you may want to upgrade to the 17 Pro. Even if you already own an iPhone 16. Now this is something that I've researched before. So there's always one thing that you can sort of bank on with iPhone updates, and that's that the camera system is going to get better. And so the camera system is going to be even better. I mean, this year we're getting a bunch of different upgrades for the camera. So the iPhone selfie camera hasn't improved much. So people are, you know, maybe complain about that a little bit, but it hasn't improved much in years. But the iPhone 17 models are getting a huge facelift, right? A big upgrade. So Apple has something to what we call a true depth front-facing camera, which will now be 24 MP up from the 12 MP that was in the iPhone 16. So with the rear camera system, the telephoto camera on the iPhone 17 will be like 48 MP. So, you know, faster for so the 17 Pro is going to give you faster performance. It's the machine, the brain inside the phone is an A19 Pro with up to 12 gigs of RAM. So, and really, honestly, the iPhone 16 has it's no slouch when it comes to performance, right? But Apple, you know, they've improved several spec improvements coming to the iPhone 17 Pro and the Pro Max that will make it even more sort of powerful. There's going to be a new design for the iPhone 17, and you can actually look this up on my source is 9 to 5 Mac. So the new design basically is always sort of a motivator for people to upgrade to upgrade their phones. Basically, it's always a motivator. The iPhone 17 Pro and the Pro Max are set to get new designs in several ways. So they're going to have a new camera bar. You know, with that camera bar that's up the top where the camera is, the aluminum rather than titanium. So they like switch this all the time, and they're going to also have new colors. So yeah, expect those changes to be sort of exciting. And of course, we know Apple like to release things in the fall. So you know, we're just looking for what's going to happen with that. So yeah, we're Apple is moving today. Let's see, who do we have? Jay Curry says, yo, how was my week? My week was good, man. Thank you so much. My week was actually so very busy, man. I wanted to get up here on Tuesday, and I probably had a little time, but I had so much other things I had to sort of get together and take care of that, you know, and the week sort of flew by. Thankfully, I got some rest yesterday, but I appreciate you asking that. Appreciate you guys locking in. And as you're watching, please come in and say hi, say hello. I want to introduce you. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. This is a tech channel, so we talk tech news. We talk iPhone, Apple. We're into all of it today. I'm gonna dive in a little bit into like Grok 4, which is an AI open source, basically designed by Elon Musk and designed from AXI or XAI. But I appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you get a chance. If you like, let's see here. Who is in the chat? So J Curl 6 says, I'm not a fan of the new iPhone design, LOL. Excited for the software and the camera update. Yeah. So I always have a love-hate relationship with iPhones. One day, I'm sort of looking to see what they're gonna do in terms of upgrades, and the other days I'm like, oh, it's just an iPhone, right? It's not but so much they can do. They're gonna upgrade the camera, because we're just, this is a camera generation. Like, if we aren't taking photos, we're taking videos. If we're not taking videos, we're somewhere recording, something, a photo album of something. We're always in the moment of recording, right? Or photographing. That's like an old school word. Photographs, yeah. So, yeah, to that, we're just today we're just talking about some of the updates that are happening. So, thanks J. Carell for that. Daniel is here. Daniel, how are you today? Daniel, it's good to see you, man. Glad you're in the chat. Hope things are well with you on this Friday. I know it's probably been a while. Hope things went well with you with your shooting. You had a photo, not a photo shoot. I think you had like either some type of video session last Friday when we talked, because you were on briefly. But I hope that went well. Hope you and Miss Space Nut are good. Yeah. JK, just JK is fine. Okay, JK, thanks. Sweet. Daniel says, are we talking about was it Micha HI? I'm not sure what that is. We were talking about I was getting into some of the news with X and Elon Musk and Grok, and how Grok 4 is really like starting to be, it's like number one in terms of the open AI source. But I was getting into a bit of Apple news. So it looks like Apple is is losing the game again with AI. So Meta, we all know, is probably the most desperate for AI developers, right? And AI researchers. So Meta just literally poached 2 more AI researchers from Apple amid an internal shakeup. So Apple had an internal shakeup maybe a week or two ago. But the engineers at Apple, former engineers, now they're with Meta, Mark Lee and Tom Gunter, they're going to reunite with their former boss from Cupertino. So it's reported, apparently, that these 2 engineers they're key members of Apple's foundational models, the AFM, and they're joining Meta's Superintelligence Labs team. So there's a lot of shakeups. As you can know, as you already know, like in the technology space, and this is kind of how it works with the job that I have as well. It's really it's a niche space. So a lot of the same guys, these companies trade their team members and their employees back and forth, right? So it's all about, like, because it's really a small space, even though it's so huge. But with developers and software engineers, these guys all know each other, right? So these 2 developers basically recently left Apple, and they've already started with Meta. So Meta is trying to really they're basically throwing money at these engineers and software developers and these AI researchers. So the CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, of course, recently declared that AI is Meta's top priority. No surprise there, right? And he's very aggressive with recruitment and his push on recruiting other developers. The company's been Meta's been steadily building the AI talent to sort of so that they can be because they're in competition with their competitors like OpenAI and Google. But it now appears that they're capitalizing off of Apple's internal drama. Now, Apple has some internal drama, and it's still ongoing. But meanwhile, the morale amongst Apple AI teams is slipping, right? and as the engineers they feel scapegoated for the recent high profile fumbles. Now the high profile fumbles were of course with Siri, and Siri didn't. We all know Siri is way behind in technology. It should have been integrated with AI long time ago. Long time ago. So but we're gonna talk more in depth about Grok 4 because I'm sort of excited. I'm going to give you some Grok 4 AI insights and some highlights, right? So that's where we are. Let's see. Oh oh. Daniel says, sorry, it was a joke about Gronk. Okay, I got you. I did not get the joke. I'm sorry, man. It melted down last week and justified the bad thing the German guy did in the 30s. Oh, okay. They always seem to be going back to history and trying to justify stuff with how stuff happens. Anyway, that's crazy. Daniel says the live show last week was a homegrown project. I have a AI VTuber generating image and video from live chat. Oh, okay, cool, dope, cool news. Yeah. So here's what gets interesting with Grok, right? And I want to talk a little bit about this. If you guys already know, some of you guys may know, some of you guys may not know. AGI is artificial general intelligence, and people are starting to talk more and more about AGI. Right, basically the idea that AI can do anything human brain can do. I mean, it's pretty much already doing that, right? But Grok 4 they're not fully there. Grok 4 is not fully there, but it's getting really close, right? And Grok 4 can reason, which means now it can solve problems and understand like sort of these complex ideas and understand how to take the ideas and sort of generate solutions based off of the problems it has been or it assesses. So, but it doesn't yet plan, right? So that's the key factor. And it doesn't plan because AGI, artificial general intelligence, has that planning sort of definition that is attached to, and that's the missing piece, right? So what's also changing is how these models are trained, right? It's not just about feeding it information or feeding it tons of internet data, because we know internet data is where it's at right now. But yeah, we're talking about Grok, guys. Thank you guys for joining. Please come in and say hi, join the chat, like the channel, or subscribe to the channel, like this video if you get a chance. I'm talking about Grok 4. There was some news about Grok 4 and of course AGI, artificial general intelligence, the ability to be able to plan with the ability of these open source components to be able to plan. So they're saying Grok now is it's Grok 4 is smarter and more reliable. But imagine this for a second. AI being able to generate full videos, full video games, 3D worlds, movies where you're like the main character, and all in hours, right? And this is I mean, we're so close. We're like literally there. But this is really this is where the AI generates, and it's able to generate ideas from its own not just internet data, right? From its own sort of like process, right? So that's where we're heading, right? That's where we are heading. Let's see, who do we got here? PBX Sydney Sweeney is okay. Daniel says I'm training on AI. Sweet, awesome. But so Maury, hey Maury, thanks for joining the chat. Thanks for joining. Guys, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Today we're talking about Grok 4 a little bit. We're talking about artificial general intelligence, AGI. So this is AGI, the ability for AI to plan and to reason. So yeah. PBX is from Brisbane, Australia. Welcome from down under, as they say in Australia. So good to have you in the chat. Others, where are you guys watching from? Let me know where you're watching from. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you get a chance. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. So, like I said, imagine this for a second. We're not just talking about entertainment here with Grok. So I'm talking about how Grok is in the process of they're trying to really push this AGI model forward, and not just in entertainment, but also in medicine. Grok is already showing early stages that it can predict diseases and also provide different diagnoses or medicines. So in coding, and Daniel you may know that this in coding, they're sort of writing a optimized code. And there's a dedicated coding model coming that's even faster and smarter than the ones that are previous to it. The tech is it's basically gonna change everything. Law is gonna change accounting, education, law, accounting, and education. Three fundamental systems that we all use today, right? Here's the thing: with all of this power, we're starting to run out of benchmarks, right? So the models are doing so well that we can't even measure their process. So how about that for a video? Like how do these programs go so fast that now they're running the benchmarks and can't even keep up with the benchmarks? And that's exciting, but it's also kind of scary because you got to be able to measure progress. If you can't measure progress, you won't be able to see growth in these things. But what comes next is new creative ideas and new creative ways to evaluate, regulate, and work alongside the AI system. So, there's a real chance we may slide into AGI without even realizing it. That's what I'm thinking. Like, we'll wake up one day and the tools we'll be using will be so smart, it'll be so embedded in our lives that we'll just accept it as normal. We're kind of doing that now, right? But we get used to things so fast and stop realizing actually how powerful they are. Take your phone, for example, right? How powerful is your phone? And even as powerful as it is, it's only as powerful as the hands that has it or the person that uses it. So, but yeah, I just want to kind of jump in and share what I've been learning about this whole process of AGI, artificial general intelligence. Whether you're in tech or not, it's going to affect us all. AI is not the future; it's like actually right now. it's right now. I keep talking about what we're going to do, but we're sort of already there. We're already there. So, but yeah, it's a great time to be sort of researching this stuff, and that's what I do. I started this channel probably 4 or 5 years ago, off the backs of reviewing Apple products and different equipment. As you can see, I'm in my studio right now, and this studio has been built by me and me sort of learning how to build something that would service not only me but other people. So now this is the end result of this. It's the same thing. It's the same thing where we are today. Like, you've got to really if you're gonna be in this arena, and it's good if you're in the tech or not. It doesn't really matter. You really should just kind of learn the space and get in and get some knowledge about it. Let's see here. Maury says hi. Let's see. 0 million asks, what do I do as a profession? So I am a project manager. I'm design technician. So I work in the field of concrete, and I'm also a content creator. I do music. I have several different professions, actually. So good question there. Good question there. 0 million, where are you watching from? Let me know where you're watching from. But yeah, that's the space that we're in. And we're like, this stuff really gets me excited. So yeah, and we're sort of with Grok. Grok has a lot of special, and I haven't used it, but the research that I've been getting is it's got top tier math and coding performance. XAI it claims that Grok's top math benchmarks ranks second in coding already. So, but the critics are raising alarms about the minimum safety features or measures in the latest release. So, like I said, they're just full steam ahead, man. They've skipped. Grok has actually skipped a lot of safety reports and didn't publish, for example, they didn't publish a system card for a safety analysis. And so they're getting a lot of scrutiny and it's becoming very controversial. But we also know, we know who's at the helm of that. Elon Musk is pretty controversial. So I actually was talking to a software developer earlier this year, and we were talking a little bit about AI, and he remembers actually when he was learning AI in he was actually learning AI in the 80s, 1980s. I was kind of like I was kind of like shocked, to be honest with you, because who would know that the first introductions were sort of in the 80s. I didn't realize that, but clearly there is a whole world where this technology has already existed. And of course, it's not where it is today. But if you can imagine the research, the research that's been done, the computer and the programming that's been done has been it's been semi amazing, and it's taken this amount of years, like 30 to 40 years, to get to this point, and now it's starting to turn over. So yeah. Who else has any questions? Any comments? Yeah. So it's exciting. I Kitty. I Kitty says AI developer. Are you saying you are an AI developer? I'm not sure. 0 million says I'm an infrastructural engineer from Japan. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so I live here in the U.S., eastern part of the United States. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate you, 0 million, for so yeah. What type of infrastructural engineering? So I'm more alongside of the civil side of engineering, what I do. So uh interested to see what that is. Dream 365 is back. Hey Dream 65, how are you today? Thank you again for joining the chat. It's always good to see you here. Always good to see you here. Yes. You said say any iPhone you can mod. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're talking about Grok 4. Today has been about Grok 4. We're talking about how Grok 4 is now, it's actually crushing the charts. It's topping math benchmarks, all of the tests. It's ranking second in coding, and it's doing this in record time. So, I mean, like it's coming out swinging, man. So guys, I would maybe do some research on that, right? But here's the thing, like people are talking about now, Grok is performing at a super high level. It's almost and there are almost no safety feature filters. That's kind of scary, right? Well, they didn't even drop a safety report, right? But they got some folks are raising eyebrows about it. It's like, yo, where's the guardrails to this system? And even if that was enough, XAI has rolled out AI companions, right? What is an AI companion? Well, we're going to talk about AI companions today. So one's name is Annie. It's ANI. She's like an anime style flirt. This is crazy. Then there's Bad Rudy, who's literally just roast people. So these are like these are AI. Like I don't understand. I don't think you guys understand how this is getting out of control. There's another AI companion called Valentine, who's like a moody romance bot straight out of like Twilight and 50 Shades. You guys remember that? So this stuff is weird. This is weird. You heard me right. They're available even in kid mode. So that's kind of disgusting, right? But that's why people are like, what are we doing here? Very, very cringe, right? Here's where it gets deeper, right? XAI has hired contractors to help Grok perform even better with their coding. So they're focused on getting better rankings and not necessarily better real world performance, but now the conversation is really shifting and these models are becoming optimized to just look good, right? Are they optimized to look good or be good? That remains to be seen. So we're going to talk about some more things about some reports that they generated some pretty messed up responses. I don't know. We'll talk about that more. So let's see here. AI is in every activity I do in Japan nowadays. It's scary. Yeah, every activity. Yeah, yeah. These algorithms and yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Tanush, hey, what's up, Tanush? Good to see you today. Happy join. Thanks for joining the chat. How's your week been, man? Let me know how it's been. So, Aviation Universe, thanks for joining the chat. $1. I don't know what that means. 0 million AI is also used on spying. Yes, it is. I talked about that in a couple of videos back. I talked about how AI can either be used for good and for bad. Obviously, people who the good actors who use AI, they can sort of use it for transparency. The bad actors, yeah, they're going to use it to spy on you. They're going to use it to manipulate you. They're going to use it to sort of get their way. So I agree with that. Absolutely. A lot of bad actors out here spying with AI. Aviation Universe. Thanks so much, Aviation. Says I love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for joining the chat. So, here's the thing. Grok just launched a $300 a month Super Grok Heavy plan, and guys, here's where I am. I'm really close with ChatGPT to go ahead and get the super plan or the plan that you have to pay for, just because, man, it is so. I mean, I'm becoming so acquainted with ChatGPT. It's actually like sort of scary. In that, like, the research that I get, I mean, it's not like I have a relationship with the AI, but maybe I do. But it's literally like it gives you so much information, and they've even argued. There were some researchers at MIT that argued about AI, and is it making us dumber? And is it making us really, really stupid? Because, well, it's not making me dumber. Listen, there are kids that are out here that are using AI to write programs, to write their papers. They're not really making changes to the papers that they write. Like, when I was in school, we had to create from scratch, right? We had a dictionary and a thesaurus. I mean, it's really just that on steroids. But what students are doing now is they're just getting AI to write his papers, and they're not even really changing how it's worded or how it's written. Well, also in this space, teachers who have complained about AI are actually now using it to check work. They're actually using AI to not only check work, but to perform corrections and make corrections. So it's really getting out of hand. And they MIT did some research on the brain and how it reacts or how it interacts with AI, and they're saying we're getting lulled to sleep on this thing. So I don't believe it's me. I don't think I'm getting lulled to sleep. I don't think I'm losing brain cells or not using brain cells using it, because I still use my creativity. My concern is for the younger generation. But I don't know. What are you guys' opinion on that? Let me know. Yep. So 0 million says, let's see. It says in Japan, they made a drone-like pet, and you can ask him to purchase goods from the shop, and it can pay the bill by its own. And it's intelligent enough to identify items and calculate costs by its own. Yeah, yeah. So I'm glad you're saying it's 0 million because this is very true. This is very true, and this is where we're going. It's not just where we're going; it's where we are. What's going to happen is AI is going to be able to predict, like you said, it's going to be able to predict the items that we need to purchase throughout the day. You know, if you go grocery shopping, you go to the store, you're no longer no longer going to even have to think about what you need, and the AI, your AI companion, or let's just call them companion, will be able to already predict what you need for the day based off of what you have. If it is groceries, you know how many items that you need. Like it's already going to predict that, and so people are scared about that space because they're like, "Do I trust my AI with my credit card?" Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? It's not even imagination anymore. It's actually reality. Your credit card is being used by like AI models. Like it. So would you be able to trust? Like, will your AI model be smart enough? And obviously it will, because it will. Will it have the reins to all of your accounts, like your bank account? That's sort of scary. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like at some point I gotta say hands off. You know, let me take back the reins of this. But that's a very great 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 observation. Great observation. Um, so, but yeah. Bottom line is, when it comes to Gronk 4, it's breaking records, right? And it's stirring up real ethical and safety concerns. The tech is insane, but the rollout is kind of messy, guys. It's kind of messy. We're in a weird space where AI can do so much, but we still don't really know how to fully handle it. So we'll keep watching this space and break it down as it develops. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think we're moving too fast in this space? What does this look like for you? Is this disruptive enough to where we got to say, okay, let's take a break. Let's kind of see what's happening, and we really need to break down what's going on. Drop a comment. Let me know. Hit me up. Let's talk about it. This is a continued conversation. For those who are new watching the channel, my name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. We talk tech news, AI news. The rest is just details. Uh, but yeah, this is the space that we are in. And as you know, I talked about Meta also, not just Gronk. So this talent invasion we talked about earlier was just kind of crazy. Mark Lee, like I said, Mark Lee and Tom Gunter just joined the super intelligence labs at Meta, and Meta is poaching all of these developers. So Meta plans to deploy like 1.3 million GPUs by the end of 2025, powered by it's a 64 to 72 billion in capex. Their ambition is to compute density that's unmatched by any other company, right? So there's a super intelligence and AI generative intelligence divide. Meta has split their AI division into two. One team is going to focus on practical AI products like chatbots, Llama features, which is horrible. Llama is very bad. That's why they need the help. They need all the help they get. You got any engineers out there? Please go apply to Meta right now. But Llama features Instagram and Facebook tools. The other is going to be and this may be smart. The other team is going to be focused on artificial general intelligence. And there we go again. So Meta recently bought about 49% stake in Scale AI for 14.3 billion. So this is to secure like top data labeling pipelines and benchmark systems, so they can test. And it is important to test and create benchmarks that you can test these things. What does this mean? Uh, Comparing Meta to Grok 4, Meta is going all in, right? They're building an infrastructure like crazy. Grok 4, in my opinion, is building infrastructure that looks like it's a super engine, but Meta's Meta's like hiring all of the smartest people, and they're going up both. They're going after both apply AI and long term artificial general intelligence. So they believe Meta really believes in horsepower. Aside from the people that they hire, they believe in them too, right? But they really believe in horsepower, like GPUs plus data centers is going to give you information, and they're building massive modular setups to keep the pace. They also, like I said, talent and data is by recruiting these people. They can scale better, right, and integrate their AI. So they're crafting powerful combos of brains and resources. This is all what they're doing. So Meta's making moves that rival anything Elon's doing: mass hiring, right, infrastructure, world model research, and ambitious goals. It's not just about the hype. It can seriously shift the landscape of AI. So yeah, this is a heavy strategy that Meta has taken on, and so I don't know if I'm either excited or worried. I feel like Meta still needs to catch up, and meanwhile, we still have yet to talk much about Apple Intelligence because it's really none. It's really none there. Really none there. Um, yeah, guys, let me know where you're watching from. Really appreciate you guys for just supporting the channel. Please continue to support. This video is brought to you by Anvil Music and Media. It's sponsored by Anvil, nobody else, but Anvil sponsors this video today, and I'm really excited to have you. As you all know, many of my followers, we are here every Tuesday and Friday. So for me, I'm considering changing one of the days, maybe to Tuesday or Wednesday, or Wednesday or Thursday, maybe doing back to back. I really like the Friday format. I really think Friday is a lot more interactive, as you can see here. Yo, Nabbit World, how goes it? It's good to have you in the chat. Appreciate you for joining the channel. Thanks again, man. I hope things are well with you. How's it going there in Australia? We had somebody else from Brisbane, Australia. Nabbit World, are you familiar with Brisbane? I'm sure you are. We had somebody else in the chat from Brisbane. So good to see you. Everyone else, my name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. Super excited to have you guys. Mohammed is back in the chat. Hey, Mohammed, how you been? It's been a week since we talked. It's good to see you back here in the channel. Mohammed, last time I was in my car, look, I'm in the studio now. This is where I was saying that I was away from because I was on the road. Guys, I've been traveling for the past week and a half, so it's been a bear, man. It's been I don't think you can ever get used to traveling. And if you do get used to it, that means you're traveling too much. Because man, I'm super tired by the end of it all. So I've been gone since last Thursday, and I just got back probably a couple of days ago. Nabbit World says he's resting from the gym. Okay, yeah, get it in, man. Those workouts, those exercises. I was supposed to work out last night, but I ended up staying in here. Because I'm so excited about my new setup, guys. I got the new setup. You see my keyboards there? Those are all my keyboards. Is it one more? No, it's not. It's over here. And another keyboard. Got a guitar there. So I'm excited about this setup. It's got me up in the wee hours of the night. So I was up last night, and I was supposed to do some workout here at the house. Good to see you, Nabbit World. Mohammed is here. Mohammed says, I got exams. Oh man, good luck with your exams, man. I know you'll do well. I'm super excited to have you here. Hopefully you're studying. Hopefully you're getting the studying in. Much luck to you on that. You said I'm busy. Yeah, I know. I figured you probably would be, but man, thanks for joining. Thanks for locking in on the channel, man. You guys are amazing. As you know, this channel is we do mainly tech information. Last week we kind of got into some other things, but you guys drive really the topics, and I want to really know what you guys would like for me to discuss. What is on your mind? What do you have in terms of questions? What would you like to discuss on the channel? This is your channel as well as mine. So I just happen to moderate, mediate, and I'm pretty much the face of it, but I want to hear you guys' opinions, and I want to hear what you would like for me to talk about, because it's so exciting to really be in the space called YouTube. YouTube is afforded me a lot of opportunities. I've done quite a few brand deals. I'm in negotiation currently with a couple companies on some deals. Most of them, probably for every 10 brand deals that I get in the mail, I probably only in my email, I probably only accept like 2, maybe 1 or 2 of them. So brand deals, I mean, they're fun and exciting, but it takes time, right? It takes time to do the work that you do, right? Even in the space that I am in, there are clients that rely on me for certain things, and I'm just, I don't have the time, right? So when it comes down to it, it's got to make sense, right? It's got to make sense. So yeah, I don't know why I'm saying all that, but good luck to you, Mohammed. Thank you so much, man, for thank you for that. Nabbit World says, what's my favorite part of Andor? I couldn't really get into the series, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably watched maybe a half a episode. I don't know if we have any other Andor fans. You will have to tell me what Andor's about, and sort of what you like. What's your favorite part of it? So, but yeah, maybe somebody else is an Andor fan. NC Smoke is here. NC Smoke, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat today, man. Listen, we got the crew here. Everybody's here. All the familiar faces. You guys see each other. You guys say what's up. Those who are new, this is just what we do. Like we sit here and talk. This is the part of the podcast or the show that I sort of like I get to talk to the followers. So we're up in here, man. We're up in here. Oh, Nabby, you're referring to your movie. I still gotta watch it, man. I still have to watch it. I watched the shorter version, but I will say this. I will say I like how you are. I like how you're able to. Well. So the curious part about me is like, how did you even? What was your thought process behind making this? Like, how did you even go into thinking like, okay, now I'm gonna make it an so let me back. For those of you that don't know, Nabbit World has I would check it out. He's got an Andor. It's like a sort of like an animated series that he has online. I would check that out if you guys get a chance. It's really cool features. And was this just your project alone? Did you work with others? Like, was this just your baby? I mean, I know that it's on your channel, but yeah, I kind of want to get behind. Let me know, like, how did you even come up with the idea and the script? I'm assuming you wrote the script. Hey, I don't know. We'll see. Just let me know. Yeah, NC Smoke, good morning to you. Hope things are good in New York. Is it as hot as it is here in Virginia? I don't know. Let me know. How are things going, NC Smoke, with like your I believe studio. I feel like you're into production. How is everything going with that? Let me know in the chat. everybody else, please come in and say hi. Come in and say hi to me. We got the chat going. We've got the chat. NC Smoke says, I'm down to learn about anything you want to throw at us. I'm interested in learning about iMovie and video editing. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah, NC Smoke. So, yeah, like, what I want you to do is reach out to me. I'll be happy to give you some information, provide some information on iMovie video editing. It's a really cool process for you to learn. So let me give you my email. So my email is anvillmusicmedia@gmail.com. So it's Anvil, ANVILL, musicmedia@gmail.com. Feel free to reach out to me. We can set up maybe like a quick consultation on that. But yeah, I may do some videos on editing. When it comes to editing videos, you just have to, number one, make sure whoever the video is that you're getting it from, make sure it's like clear enough. Make sure it is. When I first started editing videos, like I would not record like I'm recording now. Like live is like, you get to see everything. Like when I scratch my nose, when I sniff, been times that I've wanted to sneeze. When I first started recording videos, I would record little portions and then stop and then record again. And so I'd have to edit these little jump cuts. I'd have to edit these little portions. But one thing I will say about editing is it just takes time. Nabbit World can probably tell you about that because his editing was crazy on his movie. He had like a small feature film. And he's talking about it now. Nabbit says it was created by me, animated by me, including all renders in Blender. Wow, it has dedicated script by me and a dedicated cast. I asked to be a part of it. 2-year production. Yeah, that's some serious stuff, man. Nabbit World, it has to take so much consistency and patience to build and to make and to render something like that. I could not imagine. Man, kudos to you for doing that. Like, and I'm gonna, like, for real, guys, like I'm sort of at the place where like I'm gonna promote your stuff, like especially something like that. So like, amazing work. NC says everything's going good here. 74 degrees and humid. Yeah. 74. That probably means you guys are gonna be you're probably gonna be in the mid 80s to 90s. I don't know what part of New York you're from. You don't have to say, but yeah, I have one of the funnest things for me to do is to drive in New York City. And I've done it. I've driven through like literally all the boroughs. Like we've got family. I've got family in Yonkers, and so I've driven across the bridge from New Jersey. I think that's the George Washington Bridge. I want to say either that, because it's the George Washington Bridge and there's the Lincoln Bridge. Driven through the city, through Manhattan. Manhattan's cool. Driving alongside the river portion. I think I was coming out of like Jamaica, Queens, then hit man, but yeah, it's like a game to drive. Everybody else in my family's scared to drive, so I'm like, well, whatever. I mean, I drive too. Like I can drive too, but you gotta drive crazy. Anyway, we're talking about New York City and its traffic. Yeah, appreciate the comment there. Nabbit World says all edited in iMovie as well. See, that's what I'm saying. iMovie, people don't understand. I started out learning in iMovie and I transitioned over to Final Cut Pro, which is really just a more souped up version of iMovie. I did some editing. I've done editing and some light editing. Well, I say light editing. I've done some pretty hefty editing in Adobe Premiere. I actually did a documentary, a short documentary, a Christmas documentary, for my church. This was probably like 5 years ago, and that's when I really like caught the bug of editing. It's all the same. Even when I do my music edits, it's all sort of the same. So, but yeah, that's Let me turn it around here. Oh, let's see. Noted the email. Okay, good. Glad you got it. So it's Anvil, ANVIL, 2 L's. Anvil, 2 L's, musicmedia@gmail. Reach out to me. We can talk offline. So New York Smoke said, I've been doing live streams, but want to start recording videos and editing them and upload. Okay, yeah, we can. I can get you rolling, man. Get you rolling. You're already a part of the channel. You're already a part of the group, and so let's do it. High of 85 today. Yeah. Okay, so you're in Brooklyn. Yeah, Brooklyn. I want to say Brooklyn is where Met Stadium is, right? I feel like is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Brooklyn, you can probably like walk or take the train to Met Stadium. Nabbit World says you just get interested into it. Yeah, and blasting that Andor soundtrack while doing it kept me motivated. I write captivating emotional story, and I had to satisfy my dream of getting out there. Yeah, great job. Did you outsource your soundtrack? Let me know. Was your soundtrack outsourced? I'm assuming you had somebody to work on the music for that. NC Smoke says, okay, here it is, man. I hate the traffic. Best time to be on the road if you have is during lunchtime and after 7. Dope that you can drive out here. Most people from out of the state can't drive in the city without being. Yeah, it's a game. Like, it's a game. It's like, okay, people are gonna drive crazy. I'm just gonna drive crazy, and it's not really driving crazy. It's just it's a certain feel, like it's a certain aggressiveness. Yeah, man. Yeah, most people are stressed out. Again, we're talking about driving in New York traffic, stressed out or getting into an accident. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I mixed that up. Yeah, Met Stadium is in Queens and Yankees is in the Bronx. Okay. Yeah, I messed that up. Sorry about that. But yeah, I've been out. I was out there a couple times last year. So yeah, I got a nephew. Nephew was just born a year ago, who is in New York. So we will probably be going to see him again. So always get to see my nephew. Yes, yeah. So cool things. Nabbit says, nope, I just use Andor's show music and match it to my scenes, editing the change in camera angles to the best of the soundtrack. So Disney might sue me one day, but I'm happy with it. Yeah, if you make enough noise, you get enough promotion. Yeah, you probably might raise alarms and raise some flags in Disney. Yeah. Disney. I was literally, guys, I was just literally in Orlando last week. I took a flight there. So my wife and I, we wanted to get out to Disney Springs, but the flight, like, we got in, got to see our family, and then we were out like the next day within 2 days. So yeah, being out in Orlando. And I know Disney's not just in Orlando, but yeah, fun times. And the thing about Disney for me is, like, you go out there, even if you look to go out and enjoy the Disney, the whole Disney experience, it is like another hustle and bustle, right? I was just talking about New York traffic, but Disney World is not for the faint of heart. Like, you're out there. Some people are out there all day. They just get dropped off in the morning, and then they're out there all day. The rides are ridiculous. Like, it probably takes you 5 to 6 hours just to ride 2 or 3 rides. So I don't even know why I'm talking about that. But yeah, I was just down there. NC Spoke says, thanks for making me feel welcome here, being personable, and the vibe here is lit and official. Thanks. Yeah, man, that's because you guys are what make the channel run. I really literally can't do this, and you will sort of see. You'll see this, guys, and most of you know, like, some of my videos are longer than others, but that's just based off of the interaction. Like, if I'm talking to you guys and we we are all on the same page and sort of vibing out. Like, I'm gonna continue to engage, right? As I'm being engaged. So, oh man, you guys are too much. Truly is NC Smoke, Brett is top guy. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah. What do you guys got planned for the weekend? What are you guys jumping into for this weekend? I'm probably gonna be out of town again. Oh, more traveling, more traveling, more traveling. Hey, NC Smoke. By the way, like, what? So the last time, I want to say the last time. No, this was probably a little over a year ago. Last time I was in New York, I was in Yonkers, and we got my family, they got some like Cuban food, which pretty decent. I have yet to really find, because so when I go into different areas, I like to find like where is the spot to get food? You got any suggestions? Give me some food suggestions up there. Because for the next time that I go, like, the Cuban food was good. It was okay. The best food I've had in New York was in Yonkers, which was Jamaican food. It's absolutely amazing food. But I'm sort of looking for more food spots. So feel free to give me some suggestions, man. Nabbit World says, I got to lock into reviewing content for chemistry. I've got my trail exams in a month's time. I'm about to graduate. Oh, congratulations, man. We're here for that. Congratulations. Yes. Yes. Chemistry was never that was not a favorite subject of mine at all in school. So have fun with that, Nabbit World. But much luck to you, man. You are almost there. Almost there with graduation. And that's great to hear. It's really great to hear. Really great to hear. Nabbit says, man, I want to go to NYC. That's my dream, to go there and study at the Empire State like Spider-Man. Yeah. Spider-Man and all the other Marvel comic characters. I don't understand why Stan Lee, he was like, most of his characters were like from New York. You know, I don't know if the Avengers, where they came out, were they Chicago? I don't even know. Most of his superheroes were New York people. He says, not familiar with Yonkers, Brooklyn, on Union Street, House of Pizza and Calzone, my favorite Italian spot. Stamati's and Astoria, Queen's favorite Greeks. Oh, I love Greek. Oh man, I love Greek food. So you're talking my language there. You're talking about. I actually, honestly, NYC. We ate at. Oh God, we ate at this spot on the water. It's on the island. I don't. What did they call that island? So it's like you drive to it, and it's like all these huge apartments, and it's like it's on the island. I think it's called, what island is that? What is that island on New York where it's like a city of its own? I know you know what I'm talking about, but we ate out there. Is it Roosevelt Island? I'm not even sure. Liberty City, yes. Liberty. Wait a minute. Mohammed says Liberty City. Is that? No. What are you saying, Mohammed? I'm thinking like, is it Roosevelt Island? Okay. I can't remember the restaurant but we got like Italian food. It was like so much food, but I absolutely love Greek food. Mohammed says, I believe this Avengers is going to be quite controversial. Like, when is Avengers? When is it releasing? And which Avengers is this? Is this the one that's releasing in 2026? And why do you think it's going to be controversial? Never been to the island. 2026, yeah, next year in December. Yeah, what is the whole plot to the 2026 Avengers movie? I'm curious about that. I mean, I've had friends that like have taken the whole series and like they watched it from the first one like in order, and they say it makes much more sense then. Uh, so okay, so it releases on December 18th as a part of Marvel's Phase 6. Did you guys watch the Thunderbolts? I really enjoyed that movie. We were in the movies. I really enjoyed the Thunderbolts. It was actually quite hilarious. But we're gonna see multiple teams unite. So the classic Avengers gonna reunite, uh, Wakanda Heroes and the Fantastic Four. Really? So looking like they're having the original X-Men lineup from the early 2000s. So those are my favorite movies. The X-Men from the 2000s. Like it's crazy. Um, Doctor Doom is going to be played by Robert Downey. So they had to bring him back on. Let's see. So it's like a doomsday sort of plot. So they're getting apparently the plot is they detect a distress signal from the Fantastic Four ship entering the Earth's atmosphere. Uh, maybe Galactus, but that's Fantastic Four, which is it out? Maybe it's out next week. I'm not sure. Let's see. The actor for Iron Man is playing Doctor Doom. Yeah, and I'm down for the idea. But that's a controversy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, and it's a controversy because Robert Downey Jr. He embodied Iron Man. Like he could be Iron Man for the rest of his life, and it would still make billions of dollars. So for him to transition over to Doctor Doom, but Iron Man's gone. Like he's unless they bring him back in another multiverse, like he's done. So I don't know. We'll see how he plays this, but it's kind of hard to compete with Iron Man, right? The way he played Iron Man, that's kind of hard. Oh, you said it's not what I say. Maybe it's may become a controversy. It's possible. It's possible. All controversy is not bad controversy. That's the way I look at it. Here's praying Andrew Garfield rocks up again. I'll cry with joy. Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. I'm glad we got some Marvel Comics fans, Marvel fans here. Um, any DC fans? I'm more of a Marvel person myself. Kind of like I'm an Apple guy versus Android. But I did hear the Superman movie was not that great. It didn't really have a great plot. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey guys, let me know. Are you guys I know Friday is a good time for everybody. Does everybody what day of the week are you guys down for like these lives? Are you sort of like prefer Monday? Do you prefer Tuesday? Do you prefer Wednesday? Which one? I know we're locked in Friday for real. And I may even try to be up here tomorrow morning, but let me know in the chat. What days do you guys prefer? Would you guys like to have the lives on? It's going to be the same time, so that's not going to change. But let me know. Let me know. Muhammad says, "Tell me about yourself. What you've been up to in life." Muhammad, I just told the people I literally got back. Just got back home. I've been out of town. I was down in Orlando, Florida last weekend. I'll maybe show and I'll try to like I guys out when I get off this live, I'll maybe try to show you some stuff on give you some pictures from this weekend. If you got to check it out in the community chat. So I was out of town in Orlando, and then I was in North Carolina for 3 or 4 days. I had work I had to do, so I wasn't up here on Tuesday morning. It was just too much I had to do. I had to be up early and making my own arrangements. Like, it was just kind of crucial. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. On the side, I do coaching, so I have a couple of clients to where I'm pretty much coaching the online space. So that's getting really hot and heavy. So it's also exciting. So those are the few things, and I'll try to let you guys in on some behind the scenes stuff. I don't know, like, I know this is the time that we normally meet, and sometimes I want to come on live and share what I've got going on throughout the day, but it just depends on if I can, sort of provide or sort of have the space to be able to come on. Plus, I don't know, we've got people from all over the world, so it's like, this seems to be an ideal time, or maybe this was just a time I picked, and we stuck with it, right? Yeah. So, NC Smoke says, this is a good day for me. I'm off Friday and Saturday. Sweet. Nice. Mohammed says, life's tough, man. I understand it, brother. Still, we up. Yeah, we are still up. And and I don't, like, I'm not saying, so I'm not complaining at all. Like, me being able to do this, I'm alive. Like, I don't, there's no complaints from me. I'm just kind of telling you guys, like, hey, the road has been, I've been on the road for the past week, so sort of taking the time to sort of recover. I don't have to go on the road, have to be on the road anytime soon. So hopefully I'll be able to be a little bit more consistent. At one point in time, guys, I was like, literally, I was coming up here. I came up here like last month, like 3 days straight. And yeah, it was crazy. NC Smoke worked from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Oh yeah, that's a shift, man. That's a shift. This is usually my bedtime, but on my days I stay up. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you, man, for joining, like, and locking in. You guys turn your notifications on. Those who are watching for the first time, please like the channel, and subscribe to the channel. Like this video if you get a chance. My name is Brett with the Anvil Music and Media. We're super excited about that. So yeah, it sounds like we're gonna keep the times as is. You guys, just when you see, turn on your notifications. When you see me up here, just come by and say hello. We got a lot of exciting things coming up. I want to share so bad, but I kind of, let's just say, all of these new my studio is being prepared for what I'm about to do. So I'm very excited about that. Any other comments? Any other questions? Mohammed, good luck to you. Nabbit World, good luck to you. Sounds like we got some guys in college and school. So very important thing. But you guys continue, man, to follow your dreams. NC Smoke, hit me up. Send me an email. We can connect offline. I am available, man. Anytime. Just hit me up. Let me know what you would further like to learn. For the rest of you guys, if you're watching for the first time, go check out what's on my channel. I've got videos on the channel that you can watch. If you get a chance, maybe there's a video out there. I'm probably I'm probably now to the point where I'm searchable online because I have so many videos about so many stuff. So if you guys get a chance, check out the video. If you like a video, leave a comment down and I will respond to you. Yeah. And so that's that. That is that. You guys have been great. Great crowd. I may actually come on tomorrow, same time. So feel free to join me if I'm up here. If I'm not, then I'm just things got too busy and too hectic. But until then, guys, I appreciate you for joining. We will talk to you next week if you don't see me tomorrow, man. Okay? All right.